What is up there, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Evolve. How you guys doing on today? I do want to ask, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe as we put out some great fun content all the time. So, on today, I wanted to take a little bit of time to really go into a little detail and talk to you about the real reason on why Eminem had decided not to respond to Nick Cannon. Because all throughout Twitter and the internet, and even now, Nick Cannon, he has already declared himself the winner of this little scuffle. I don't know if you can call it a battle, or especially if you got one person that's kind of airboxing, that's kind of just boxing to himself when the other person is nowhere around and don't decide to be nowhere around. Now, Eminem didn't respond to Nick Cannon because he was scared or didn't have the time or just didn't want to. But there are two main reasons that Eminem didn't respond, and we're going to go over them today because I believe that these are the real reasons in which he didn't. Let's get to it. So I want to talk about the number one reason, and this is the main reason, and something I feel that everyone has missed when talking about Eminem. Now, many are saying that, yeah, Eminem just don't care about Nick Cannon. Eminem don't have time to be dealing with Nick Cannon, or the majority of the internet believe that, hey, he didn't respond because Nick's stuff was trash. Now, while all those reasons are true, the main reason is really summed up in one word: respect. That's correct. You know that the R-E-S-E-C-P, well, you guys know how to spell respect, but respect. You see,
it was his last interview that he did, and he was talking, down talking Biggie.
Okay, so let me break this down and tell you what I mean. Because anyone in history, you got to think back at Eminem's diss. Those people that he went in on, for real, and actually made these hard diss tracks, there was a amount of respect that he once had for that person to actually trigger Eminem. Now, in Nick's case, Nick went on the Thia podcast and he said all of these things, and he talked about how he would beat Eminem up. Now, it wasn't so much the things that Nick was saying, as Eminem didn't really believe these anyway, but it was the fact that it was a T.I. podcast. Now, those of you who don't know, T.I. is someone that Eminem, he has stated in the past, respect, and he is cool with. So Eminem may have felt this sense of lack of respect as T.I. gave this guy, a platform, and that lack of respect drove Eminem to want to diss Nick Cannon. Like I said, you look back at any of Eminem's real diss. I mean, think back at someone, even your Lord Jamar. He went in on Lord Jamar. There was a high level of respect that Eminem once had for Lord Jamar, especially his group Brand Nubian. I mean, there are clips and there are times that Eminem can be seen even wearing members of the group's t-shirt while rapping. I mean, Eminem, he enjoyed Brand Nubian and he had a great amount of respect. But the fact is that, sometimes the ones that we respect the most, they have the strongest ability to make us react and hurt us. Thus, making us want to be revengeful. I mean, you think back at MGK, Eminem really went in on MGK, but honestly, there was a great amount of respect that Eminem had for MGK. I mean, he actually seen this guy as massive potential. I mean, he stated this in the past also. But like I said, it all comes back round to, you know, Eminem. If you usually the ones that really get it the hardest on, and we can pause there, but get it the most are those that Eminem had once respected, either personally or by association. And with Nick Cannon's case, it was through association. I mean, even think back at Mariah Carey. I mean, these two, they dated. They had a relationship. They did. It was not just a, hi, how you doing? They had a relationship, and Eminem even stated that, yeah, you know, we broke off because of personal difference. We were just not a match. This was stated in an interview, and Eminem had respected her, and then for her to deny and pass him off, you know, Eminem, he has been passed off, and he's been counted out all his life. And you know, that stuff, it hits home and it triggers, because he has been disrespected, bullied, and like I said, counted out and told that he was going to be nothing. And teachers, parents, dad, everyone had showed a lack of disrespect. So that's why respect is such a massive and such a essential part in Eminem's, I guess you can say, theological, in Eminem's, I can say, psyche with regards to who he diss.
Drop a song like talking shit, like calling her all kind of bitches and hoes.
So in regards to Nick Cannon, like I said, it's because he was on that T.I. podcast, and you know, he respected T.I., and whether T.I. knows it or not, you know, I believe that Eminem felt a certain way that T.I. didn't check him, and because he had respected T.I., and I mean, it's no hate against him because it's involuntarily, I mean, he doesn't even know, but Eminem felt that he had to check him. So now that Nick Cannon has done his own thing, and he's then got his Black Squad, and they have made these discs, I mean, he's not associated with anyone or any type of respect, and that's why Eminem's not gonna respond. I mean, it's just Nick Cannon. I can promise you guys, if Nick Cannon had said all those things that he has said on the T.I. podcast, just on his channel or just on a TMZ interview or something like that, Eminem would not have responded, because there's no association with respect. There was nothing really linking, nothing to trigger. But like I said, it was just the mere fact that he was on the T.I. podcast. But now he's just out in the open, disrespecting, making diss tracks, and there's no link. So Eminem, he's very nonchalant. He does not care. He does not care, and this is why he's not going to respond back to Nick Cannon. There's no response for his rapping ability, for his promotion ability, and sadly to say, for him as a person.
And at the time, you know, we was working, God rest his spirit, and Chris
like I say, respect plays a massive role within the very psyche of Eminem. And this is probably the main reason that he is not going to respond, because, no, just doesn't respect Nick. Not as an artist and not as a person now. No more attention. And the last thing is, I guess you can say, his new album. Something that we are all super excited about. Something that is coming. It is looking like it's going to be coming out on December 20th or next Friday. It's almost a 80% chance that next week is our week. That's, but you know, Bizarre, he even posted up, and he had said something that on, I believe it was Monday, where Bizarre has stated that Eminem is working on his album. He only has a week to get this thing done, and that's why he's not responding to Nick Cannon, and he's not worried about Nick Cannon. So that's something that Bizarre had stated. So that's just another reason why Eminem has not responded because, like I said, he's got his own projects, and I can say that this guy has been the hardest working worker in rapper in 2019. I mean, from the interviews, from the movies, from the diss tracks to the album. I mean, he has done stuff after stuff and has been pretty hard working here in 2019, as if he was still just that very young, some shady guy, you know, full of energy. I've been super impressed myself. What can we expect? And I do want to talk about, in closing, a little bit about the concept of this new album, because I talked a little bit about it on my live stream, so I want to put it in a video. I believe that this album, it's not gonna go hard at anyone as far as diss tracks or different things like that. I believe, well, it won't be Eminem intentionally, but I believe that this album is going to be more of a showcase of artists, so to speak. There are going to be several different acts, kind of like Revival, but not your R&B pop acts. But instead, Eminem is going to, you know, use this as a feature, a showcase album to showcase and recognize, you know, all of his past associates, those that have showed loyalty, and not just loyalty, but we're going to see a lot of his artists that he's got bringing up. You're going to see tons of features and a lot of new people on here. You know, I've been hearing throughout Twitter and seeing so much of people saying, yeah, I've been in the studio with him. Yeah, I've done heard a little bit in and out, a lot of different people. So they're in there because they've been spitting their parts. So I believe that this is going to be more of a showcase of talent, showcase and a compliment to all those that have showed loyalty. You're going to have a lot of different acts. It's going to be super fire. But other than that there, guys, I'd like to know what you all think. Do you think I hit the nail in the coffin? No? I think it's on the head. No, I'm thinking Bazzino. I think I hit the nail in the head with regards to the two reasons why Eminem had not responded and will not responded. Do you also believe that respect plays a massive role within inside the psyche of Eminem and who he chooses to diss and just how far he'll go? I like to know that in the comments. I do want to say, man, there are so many new to this channel, and I just say welcome aboard. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content, enjoyed the ride. As always, KIP, keep it positive. I will see you all in the very, yeah, I'll see you all. I'll see you all in the very next video. As always, KIP. Peace.